Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am going to be showcasing my Mii collection as of today. Uh, so when I was, I'm guessing you didn't think I would make a Mii collection video. And I wasn't gonna do it. I was just gonna do like the gaming collection video, like with the physical games and digital games. But I thought it would be fun to do a Mii collection video as well. So I don't have that many real people on here, so it should be a little bit more interesting than saying, "Oh, this is my friend." So it should be a little bit more interesting. But I guess we'll start at the beginning with me. So I'm just gonna show you how my face looks and how I put the body. This actually got remade today. I remade my Mii. If you want to see how my old Mii looked, then look at my like Mario Kart video or whatever, or my Switch sports video. But this is how I design my Mii now. I think it looks a little bit more accurate to how I do. Uh, yeah, there's not much to say other than I think it looks a little bit more accurate. I'm still gonna have to get used to it because I just made it today, or I remade it today. Next up is my dad. So if you might not know, but in my first live action video, I said that my dad passed away. So this is how he looked like for what I saw in pictures. He looks very similar to how I do, like in terms of facial structure and the hair and stuff like that. But I think I designed it pretty well. This was also redesigned. Not as much as me, but still it was redesigned. So there we go. Here's my mom. So hers was the least that I had to redesign. The only thing I really changed was the eyes. Before, for all my Mii's, like for me and my family's Mii's, we just had these eyes right here. We just had these eyes. But I didn't really like them going back, so I think these eyes work better. But besides that, it's all pretty much it was all the same, except the face. Like before was like this face. But I think that looks better now. So next up is my brother. uh, he watches these videos, or at least he likes them. So hierarchy. But yeah, I redesigned him. Before he had a different hair. It was the same one as my mom's basically. But I think this hair matches more with him. Except it's way more darker. But like it's like a really dark brown, but there's no other darker brown options. It's just black, or this is the darkest brown they had. So besides that, yeah, I think this looks like him more. He doesn't usually wear glasses in the house. He wears them when uh when we're outside. So, the same as me, I only wear glasses when I'm like in school. But I usually don't wear glasses. And neither does him in our house. So yeah. And this is my grandma, who I call Mama. With her, I had to change up a little bit. Um, like it doesn't really have a hair that matches with how she looks in person. She has like a little bit longer hair. Like imagine this hair, but a bit taller, I guess. Or this hair, but like a bit skinnier, I guess. But that was the closest one we had. So, but I think this looks okay. Not the perfect me, but it will have to do. So now we get into the more interesting me's. Not that my family isn't interesting, but like the ones that you guys would probably care about. So we start off here with Adrian Monk. Now he is from a show called Monk, which if you don't know is like a detective show about a detective that has OCD and stuff like that. And I actually should make him taller. He's not that short, right? But live editing here. No, but like uh he's from that show. He's the main character. I really relate to him a lot. Uh I love Monk. Like it's one of my favorite shows. Has 8 seasons. It's live action. It's really good. I watched it first when I was like in 7th or 8th grade. But yeah, it's a really good show, and I like that I have him here. So now it's this guy, Faceless. This guy is just used to like if I need a face for. Oh, that reminds me, I need to make something in Smash Bros. But I use this guy to make like if I need a blank face for something like with for example in Smash Bros. There's this the Master right, Master Chief, or no, it's Doom. It's a Doom costume, and he has like dark skin. So I use this guy because he has dark skin, and he doesn't have a face, and it doesn't really matter who he is. It's just the, you know, he's blank. You know, I basically just use him for different situations, like for a mouth or for a body or whatever. Which yeah, does remind me I need to make another fighter in Smash Bros. Which I might do a showcase, maybe, I don't know. Now, next up here is Finn. Now, he's from Adventure Time. One of my favorite shows. Yeah, one of my favorite shows. For a lot of these, I did get from like YouTube, from different YouTubers on how to make them. I did edit some of them, like I changed some of their uh, appearances to not make it exactly the same, just because while they're good videos, I think they are also not exactly how I would want him. But I think this Finn looks really good. I really like him as a character. I liked how in Adventure Time they actually made him age. Like he started off like 12 and the series ended with him being 17. I really love that. One of the few shows, one of the few cartoons that actually ages the main character, which is really cool. And yeah, I really like him. Yeah. Next up is Jake. Jake is also from Adventure Time and also one of my favorite characters. He's really funny, has great memorable moments, like his songs, like the Waffle song, right? So yeah, I think this Mii looks, it looks actually good, but it also at the same time looks kind of creepy. I don't know. He has no eyes, you can see there. But I think this does look accurate. Probably not the best Mii I've ever made, but I think it looks accurate. So yeah. Next up is Eileen from Regular Soul. She's probably the best female character in Regular Soul. There's not that much competition really. I mean, yeah, she's like the best female one and one of the better characters overall. I really liked how this Mii came out. I love how I use the, you know, the mustache for like the teeth. And I really like how it came out. Regular Show is really fun. Watched it a lot when I was younger, and it's still really good now, especially now, because I'm technically an adult and I could see. I mean, the show is about like young adults making it into the world. So, yeah, this is I really like how this beat came out. Next up is Muscle Man, also from Regular Show. I really like this beat. I think it looks a lot like him in the show. Uh, the only downside is I wish I could add like this thing, because he does have that in the show, but I could only do one, so I had to use the like the facial, the mustache thing, the beard to make that. But besides that, I think it looks really accurate. I really like how this beat came out. Next up is Luce from the Owl House. I mentioned this in a different video, but I love Owl House. Uh, I love the characters. I love Luce. I relate to her so much. Especially that recent episode that came out for the future a few days ago, where she says that all she ever wanted was to be understood or accepted. I'm forgetting the exact line, but it was really relatable and really good. I really love her a lot as a character. And I think this Mii came out pretty good. Next up is Amity, one of my favorite characters in the Owl House. Luce's girlfriend. I love her so much. Uh, her and Luce's like relationship, that how it started off, is really relatable to me. Really great. I love these characters. I love the show, and I think this beat came out pretty good. Uh, yeah, I think it came out pretty good. Next up is Iroh, who's from Avatar: The Last Airbender. I really like Iroh. He's a great character in Avatar. I think he's one of my favorites. I don't know if he's my favorite, but I love how like he was always a good person. Sure, he did some, not a lot, but some bad things when he was younger and for the Fire Nation. But he was like he overall became really good. And I love a lot about him. Like that song in that episode of Leaves from the Vine. That song is really emotional and really good. So yeah, this is, I think the beat came out okay. Not the best, but I think it came out okay. Now Zuko, also from Avatar, I can't give him his scar, so yeah. Sorry about that. I did the best I could with how he looks, and I think minus the scar, he looks really good. Again, I just wish I could add the scar, but there isn't anything I could do really. Yeah, like nothing really to do with the scar, so that's the best I had to do. But I really like his character, the show. I love how he's basically the second protagonist, but he's also the main get bad guy in like the first season. So I really like how what they did with him. Lots of characters, including one from the Owl House, copied his redemption. So clearly he started a good trend. So yeah, I think this beat came out pretty good. Yeah, I just wish I could give him the scar. Next up, Zula from Avatar 2. I really like how this meat came out. I think it came out the best out of the Avatar ones. I love her for being this a complete psycho. She's really, I really like her. Not as a person, but like as a character, complete psycho. I love that. And I think this meat came out pretty good compared to the rest of the Avatar ones. Next up, Steven from Steven Universe. I really like his character, and I also like the show a lot. It has a lot of problems. I've grown to. I still love Steven Universe, but I've grown to have a lot of problems with it. In fact, comfort. Com. How do you say it? God, I comfort. I can't say it. Whatever. I was just gonna say that I think that Steven Universe future is more better, dare I say, than the original series. So yeah, hot take, I guess. I don't know how you say that. In case you haven't noticed, I have some speech problems. Sorry. But I think this beat came out pretty good. I'm still not sure about his shirt color. It's like kind of a mix between red and pink. I'm just going with pink for right now, but like it also looks like red, but it also looks like pink, so I don't know. Uh, I think he came out pretty good. I wish it was a little bit better, but I think it's relatively accurate. Connie from Steven Universe 2. I love her a lot. Again, it's relatable how her and Steven's relationships like starts because they're kind of like in a relationship, but not really until Steven Universe Future where they are fully. But like before that, it was kind of like a are they a thing, and I find that really relatable. Uh, for reasons that I won't say. I really like how this beat came out. The video I watched on YouTube actually did her character as like her first appearance, like with the glasses and stuff. And I did do that initially, but I decided to just get rid of the glasses to make it more how she's seen in the show. But she does have multiple appearances. Like she has somewhere she has short hair, it's like in a bun or whatever. She has different styles, but I just went with this one because I think it's the most iconic of her styles. So yeah, I think it came out pretty good. Next is Amethyst. I did have the other crystal gems from Steven Universe on here, but I decided to get rid of some of them. Garnet, because I didn't really like how she came out, and Pearl, I liked how she came out, but I have another character named Pearl, which you'll see in a little bit. And it was just really confusing, and I don't like having Mii's with the same name. If they have the same name pronunciation, like we'll get to it right now, not right now, but like in a little bit, with like two Nias, Nia with an Nia and Nia with an Nya. I'm fine with that because they're different ways to spell it. But with like if it's the same name spelling, I just don't like that. But I like Amethyst a lot. Also relatable. She's like a lot of the things in Steven Universe are relatable to me. I really like her character a lot. I like how she had to deal with her issues, her emotional issues, and I really like how this Mii came out as like a human is kind of version of her. So I really like that. Uh, okay, I don't know what I edited there, but next is Rick from Rick and Morty. Oh, hold on a sec. So this Mii I've actually had for a long time, but I recently made changes to how he looked. I think overall this Mii is pretty accurate to Rick. I really like Rick and Morty. It has a couple more issues, especially nowadays. But Rick is, he is, when he is not a crazy person, he's pretty relatable to me. But again, it's only sometimes. And the show is like not that the best right now. But I still watch it. I still keep up with it and stuff like that. And I think this Mii looks pretty accurate. I don't know why lots of the Mii's on the on the internet they make Rick look really weird. Like they make him have like a small head like this one, and like they give him like weird eyes and like I don't know or weird mouth. I don't know what's up with those ones on the internet. Not taking shots at them or anything, but I think this Mii looks pretty accurate. I dare say it looks more accurate than a lot of other ones online. So yeah. Uh, there's the body. I think I sold it already, but Morty. I actually didn't have Morty until recently when I was editing the Rick Mii. And I actually like this Mii a lot. Like this Mii looks really accurate. The hair doesn't look the best completely. It looks good, but like it's not perfect. But I think it's the closest one. I really liked how this Mii came out. I could change his expression to be like, because he has different expressions, but I just chose this one because I think it's the most default one that Morty has. It's like the angry one is the most default one that Rick has. So, yeah, I think this Mii came out pretty good. SpongeBob SquarePants. I mean, obviously you know this guy. I think this Mii came out pretty good. Like I copied it off online. I loved how they did. Like it looks really good. Yeah, I mean it looks really great. Like I mean, not much to say. I like SpongeBob. I like actually a lot of the controversial seasons, like season 6, season 7, season 8. Those are the controversial ones. I actually like those a lot. I grew up with them. But I love SpongeBob overall. I don't like a lot of the new stuff nowadays, but I still think it looks. I still think the show is good, and I like how this Mii came out. Patrick, I like how Patrick came out, also from SpongeBob. I like how he looks. He looks like a big dummy, which he is in the show. Although he wasn't the, he was actually relatively smart in the earlier seasons. Just a bit. Like he wasn't the smartest, but he wasn't dumb. In the newer seasons, he's really dumb. But I like how he came out here. Squidward, I like how Squidward came out. I actually had him for a while, but I had this color for him, but I just went with the his shirt color just because that's what his shirt is actually colored. And I think this Mii looks really good. Looks pretty accurate. Yeah, I think it looks good. I also relate to Squidward a lot. Way more than like I used to always relate to Squidward even when I was younger. But it's, especially nowadays, I really like Squidward a lot. He's very misunderstood, very bullied by SpongeBob and Patrick. Yeah, not much to say about them. Peter for Family Guy. Now, I actually don't watch a lot of Family Guy. Funny story. My dad actually, when I was like a really, like a baby, basically, like a young kid, he got me Family Guy, thinking it was like a regular cartoon, and then when they found out it wasn't, oh boy. But I do watch some of Family Guy, specifically the God, Stewie and Brian episodes. I like those episodes a lot. But I don't really care about the other Family Guy characters, but I just made Peter just because it's funny, and I like the what the characters say, like "Hey Peter," like that. So, and plus I think he looks funny, and I think he looks good. Louis, same thing. Don't really watch Family Guy, but I like how she says, "Hey Peter," "Hey Peter." I don't know if I'm doing that right. But I like how this Mii came out. It actually looks really good. Probably the most accurate Family Guy one, probably, but the other ones look good too. Uh, but yeah, not much to say because I don't really watch Family Guy. Joe also, same thing. I really do like him. Again, how he says, "Hey Peter," and also what's it called? Uh, I really like that. Don't the only thing I watched about him was the like flip version of the American Dad intro, where he sings it instead of God, what's his name? Instead of the main character of American Dad. But what he takes over, and I really like how he sings that. Stan, I think that's his name from American Dad. He takes over Stan's place in the intro, and it's really funny, and I really like how he came out here. Finally, characters like Anakin from Star Wars. This Mii looks pretty good. Why didn't I make him so again? Okay, live editing here, but I really like how this Mii came out. I couldn't copy a Mii just online. I did have to just look at him how he looked in the movies, and then I made a Mii based on that, and I think it came out pretty good actually. I really like how this Mii came out. The only thing I'm iffy on is the lips. But I think the lips look pretty good in all honesty, and not much to say other than I like how it came out. And I also love Star Wars. I love Anakin is probably my favorite character. I love how he gets redeemed by Luke at the end. Great character, and I really like the Mii. Luke is also another one where I had to like look at the how he looked in the movies, and then do it off of that. And I think this one looks really good too. Uh, I really like it. I did have trouble with this one and Anakin with how the hair color would do, because like it looks weird. Like lighting makes it look like it's really bright or really dark. So I made them about the same hair color. I made Anakin's a little bit lighter, but it's overall very similar, and I think it came out pretty good. Yeah. Uh, Spider Man. Sorry about that. Mm. Spider Man looks pretty good here. I liked how he came out. I like how the skin actually looks red, even though it's just a brown color. I like Spider Man. He's probably my favorite superhero. Uh, I love the. I really love the original Tobey Maguire movies, and I like the new Marvel ones, the new MCU ones. I think it came out. Disney came out pretty good. Like I relate to the guy a lot. I don't have spider powers, but like I liked his struggles, and yeah. Uh, let's see, Iron Man. It's a toss up between Spider Man and him for my favorite superhero. Uh, so I really like how this one came out. There were two different Iron Mans that I could have gone with also, but I think this one looked the best from what I saw online. And I really like the character. I love him in the Iron Man movies. Like I really like Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man. He did a really good job. And I, even though I'm sad he's gone, I also hope he doesn't come back. Just because it will kind of ruin what happened to him in Endgame. With spoilers, I guess he dies. So yeah, it just make him up pretty good. Thanos. There was also a different Thanos one I could have made, but I like this one where he's all purple and stuff. I didn't like the one where he was just like a gray, like a white color. I like how this one makes him look all purple, and I really like that. Probably the best MCU villain. I really like him a lot. He actually has a point, kind of, sort of, in the movie. So, yeah. And I made him really. I didn't actually make him super with that. I don't. Why didn't I not make him like completely like that? Anyway, he's really tall and really big. Let me check this one real quick. Okay, just checking. But yeah, there's Thanos. Woody is from Toy Story. I really like him as a lot. Uh, he's not the best in Toy Story 1, but that's kind of the point. He's supposed to be like a jerk in Toy Story 1, and in the rest of the series, he's really good. I don't like what they did with him in Toy Story 4. Like I don't even think they should have made the movie to begin with. Like, but like the original three Toy Story ones that look really, they're really good, and I liked what they did with Woody there. And I liked how this became out. Buzz, I'm not in love with how this me came out. It's not the best, but I think it looks accurate. In terms of a character, I like what they did with him in the again first three movies. Not the best in Toy Story 1, but that's kind of the point. He's learning that he's a toy. In Toy Story 4, they made him an idiot. They made him an idiot in Toy Story 4. That's they ruined him a lot in Toy Story 4. But in the rest of the Toy Story movies, he's really good. I really like him as a character. Except for the fourth movie, they ruined him there. And this me is not perfect, but I think it's the best I could have done. Beef Boss. Now, Beef Boss is technically from Fortnite, but I got it from a YouTuber, Poof Fisher. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but like he does Wii videos, like Wii Sports, uh, Switch Sports. He plays Mario Kart Wii. Like you know him if you look up Beef Boss. I mean, I really liked how this me looks. I think it looks really cute and really stupid, and I love that. Like I like how this me came out. I also like the channel, the YouTuber that probably made him most popular. And Fortnite is. I used to play a lot of Fortnite, not anymore. But I like Fortnite, so yeah. Matt, he's from Wii Sports. Never played Wii Sports really. Like at all. I have played a little bit of Wii Sports. At my school, they had a Wii, and then they had the game there, and I played it for like a few minutes. But I've been mostly playing Switch Sports. I think this game looks really good. I don't have as much experience as with Matt as other people, so yeah. But I still like him as a me. Tommy also from Wii Sports, I think, like the baseball one. No experience with him, but I think he looks cool. He was the only other Wii. He was the only other Wii. What's it called? Wii Sports character I wanted to make. The other ones didn't look the best to me, but I think he looks the best next to Matt. This is going on way longer than I thought. Lunk, he's version of Link, but I based him off of Failboat, that YouTuber. He made a me that's like this. I think he originates from somewhere else, but I based him off of Failboat's thing. And I think this looks really cool. I like how it's technically a Zelda me, but it also looks really weird, and I really like that. Mars, based on also Failboat's me about Mario. I did originally have him as regular Mario, but I decided to change it up to make him look like Mar here. Again, looks really stupid but really funny, and I really like him. Yeah, I'm gonna try to go buy these real quick now. Luigi, Luigi, I like him. I really like his solo games, like Luigi's Mansion 3. And I love how much personality he has. He's probably my favorite Mario bro. He's my favorite one, more better than Mario, dare I say. Wario is an okay character. I like him, not the best. Like I don't really like playing as him in like Mario Kart or Smash Bros, for example. But I think he's kind of funny, and I think this make him out pretty good. Looks pretty accurate. Let me just check Luigi's height again. Yeah, I think it looks accurate. Yeah. Waluigi, this was made mostly because of Smash Bros. Because I wanted him in Smash. Uh, Before I just had him with like a different, like with just a hat, but I decided to just give him hair. And I think this V looks pretty accurate, really good. Not much to say other than let me edit it. Why did I make him? He's taller than that. Yeah, I need to edit the body, but yeah, I think this B looks pretty good. This B looks pretty good. And pretty accurate. Okay, let's do a live editing. So Goomba here. I really like how this one came out. Pretty accurate. I like Goomba, probably my favorite of the Mario enemies besides Koopa. Uh, yeah, I think he looks pretty good. Really accurate, and I think one of the cutest and better Mario enemies. Steve from Minecraft. Yeah, I mean I like him. He looks accurate here. Not the most accurate, like the that's the nose right there. Like I wish it was a little bit better for how he actually looks like with the smile or mouth, whatever. But I think this Beetle still looks pretty good. Yeah. I must to say I don't really play Minecraft that much. My brother actually plays Minecraft more. But I think this Beetle looks pretty good. Octarian, who's from Splatoon. I really like this guy. I really like how he looks. He's also based on a film about me, but unlike the other ones with Lonk and Mar, he actually looks good. And I really like how this Mii came out. I love Splatoon as a franchise. And I think this Mii looks good. Octoleg, it's also from Splatoon. I think this Mii looks really good too. I mostly made this Mii just because of Smash Bros. To have the character, like with the costume and stuff. I think this Mii looks really good. Yeah. Marnie, one of the Squid Sisters from Splatoon 1. I really like her a lot. I don't know. It's hard to pick between her and Callie. Who's the better Squid Sister? I like both. I think she gets a little bit too much hate. Uh, and I really like how this beat came out. It looks really good. Never played Splatoon 1, but played Splatoon 2 and Splatoon 3, and they have stories there. So I really like her a lot. Callie is the same, another Squid Sister. Uh, yeah, it's hard to pick which one is the better one. I like both. Uh, yeah, I like both. If I had to pick one, maybe her. But I do like both, and I think that Marnie is a little bit underrated. And she's a little bit overrated, but that's just me. Uh, Marina from Splatoon 2. I really like how this beat came out. She's like my favorite one out of the God, I'm forgetting the name. The Off the Hook. She's my favorite one out of the Off the Hook. I think she looks great. Like she looks pretty in the game, and I just like her as a character. I relate to her a lot. Yeah, she's pretty, like but I like her as a character too. Pearl, I didn't like at first. Uh, she's probably still my least favorite Off the Hook member, but the Octo expansion the Octo expansion DLC actually made her a lot likable to me. I still don't think she's the best, but I like her way more now than I did initially. So yeah, and I think this Mii looks pretty good. And this is again Pearl. This is why I couldn't keep Pearl from Steven Universe. It's because they have the same spelling name. So yeah, and I like Pearl from Splatoon. Probably not more, but I just had her way longer. Like I had these two way longer than the Steven Universe ones. So yeah, Sivir. Now between Sivir and Fry, here I actually the other two, like Marnie, Callie, Marina, and Pearl, I made from a YouTube video. But Sivir, I had to actually look at her picture of her and make it myself, and I think it came out pretty good actually. Really accurate. I like her as a character. I hope her and Fry get a little bit more uh, development in the Splatoon 3 DLC, but I think from what we see so far, I like her a lot, and I think it looks pretty good. But Fry, even though I don't like her the best, I like Sivir more, and I like Big Man more, which I don't have Big Man here. But I like how Fry came out a lot. I think she looks really accurate. Like, and again, this was I made just looking at a picture of her, and I think it looks really good. Like really good. I really like how this Mii came out. Like it's probably my favorite Mii that I made just using a picture. Like I really loved it a lot. Silver looks okay too, but I really like how Fry came out. Nearly halfway there. Sulk from Xenoblade. Now I made a dedicated video on going over why I love Xenoblade a lot. So if you wanna check that out, then yeah. But I made like a lot of Xenoblade Mii's. I love Sulk, very relatable. I like him as a main protagonist. He's probably my favorite protagonist still. Actually, I don't know. Is he? I don't know. It's hard to pick. I was gonna say yes, but it's like a tie. I don't know. But I really like him as a protagonist still, and I really relate to him a lot. Like I think he's autistic. You know, I don't know if this might be the first time I mention autism on this channel, even though the channel name Autistic Gaming, but I don't know, but I think he definitely fits the science of autism, dare I say, and very relatable. Fiora, I like Fiora. Not the best female character in Xenoblade, but I still like her a lot. I know people don't like her. They think that she's only got eyes for Sulk and that's it. She has nothing else going for her. But I don't know. She has other things going on, like Dunban, like she cares about her friends. Like I mean, come on, like not the best female character, but I don't think she's like the worst one. There's other ones that are worse. But I really like her a lot. Not the best female character, but I think she looks good. Dunban, I really like Dunban as a character. I think this Mii came out pretty accurate. I really like how he looks here, and I really like him as a character. Yeah, not much to say other than he's really good, and I really like him a lot. Rex, main protagonist of Xenoblade 2, I really like him a lot. At first, I didn't really care about him, but I grew to like him a lot, especially at the ending of the game. He might be my least favorite protagonist, maybe, but even then, it's like they're all really close. Noah, Sulk, and Rex, they're all really close. But Rex may be my least favorite, but he's still really good. I really like how this Mii came out really good, and yeah. Pyra, I really like Pyra from Xenoblade. She's really cool. Or should I say really hot? Because of fire. Oh, but I really like how this Mii came out. One of the best female characters in Xenoblade. I dare say. But there's a lot of good female characters. Lots of good characters in general. But she's really good. I really like how this Mii came out. Yeah. And Mithra is probably better than Pyra, but they both work to like they're both connected. They're both still almost the same person basically, but also kind of not. But like they're both so good because they're both connected. But I really like Mithra too. I think Mithra is the better character, but I prefer Pyra. But again, both are good, and both don't really work without the other. So, yeah. Nia, I really like how Nia came out. She's really good here. I was really surprised with what they did with her was in Xenoblade 3. Really surprised they made her like another one of Rex's wives. Really funny, and I did get some chemistry out of them in Xenoblade 2. And I'm really happy that paid off in Xenoblade 3. But looks really good to me, and yeah. Next up is these guys. I made the Xenoblade recast with like just on my own again. Uh, on my own again with just a picture, and I think this me came out pretty good. I like how Noah looks. The only thing I don't really like is, well, two things. The hair. I couldn't get his exact hair with like a ponytail that he has. The closest one I think it was technically this one or maybe this one, but they both don't look good at all. So I just went with how he looks like with his hair down, or how N looks, because he's the same as Noah. His face also looks more like this, and I think that looks better. But I gave every one of the Xenoblade characters this face because they all technically have that face, but Noah's has a face closer to this. But I just went with this one just to match up with all the other Xenoblade characters. Still not the best Xenoblade Mii, probably the worst one that I made. I still think it looks okay. Tyon, I think looks pretty good. As for me, the hair isn't the best. I wish it was a better hair, but I think that one was the most accurate hair that I could find. Yeah, I think that was the most accurate hair, and I think he came out pretty good. Still not the best Xenoblade Mii, but I think he came out better than Noah. Uni actually came out really good. I made her. She was the most recent Xenoblade character I made, and I think she looks really good. I think she came out really good. I can obviously give her the high Entia wings. I tried to do something with the eyebrows where I would make them the wings, but it kind of looked weird, and I wanted her to have eyebrows. And so I just went with that. So she's just like a human version of a high Entia. So I think she came out still pretty good, even without the wings. Sonic, I think looks pretty good here. The most recent Sonic Mii I made. Yeah, I think this Mii looks pretty good. I like Sonic. I like Sonic games. I'm more. I played through Sonic Colors Ultimate on the Switch. Played Sonic Origins, and I'm not currently playing through Sonic Mania. And I really like Sonic games. Not the best, but I think this Mii came out good. Tails, I think he looks pretty good. I don't really care that much about the characters in Sonic. I just like the gameplay. But I think he looks pretty good how he came up. Yeah, not much to say really. Knuckles, I really like how Knuckles came out. The only thing I really like about Knuckles is the memes, like the Gungan Knuckles, whatever. I don't know. I really like those memes. But as a character, I know he's like really stupid for some reason, but I don't really care. But I like how he came out. Fall Guy, based on Fall Guys, you know. I like Fall Guys. I don't play it as often as I should, but I think this Mii came out pretty good. I really like how he looks. Like, obviously he looks better from far away, but in person, like closer up, he looks a little weird. But I think he still looks pretty good. Tifa from Final Fantasy. Now I got Final Fantasy 7. I have it on the Switch. I haven't played a lot of it. I've only played like a few hours of it. But I needed this like the Final Fantasy Mii's for the Smash Bros costumes, and I do like how Tifa looks. She looks pretty good. She looks pretty. I mean, she looks okay. I don't know. I wish I could play the game more just to understand her as a character more, but I think she still looks pretty good. Aerith, also the same. Don't really have that much experience with her because of Final Fantasy, but I think this Mii came out pretty good. The only thing I'm not so sure about is the mouth. Maybe I should make that a bit smaller. But at the same time, I don't really know because I don't really play the games. So, yeah. Barrett, I have even less of an opinion on him because doesn't he die in Final Fantasy? I don't really know that much about the game. Like I've only done like a little bit at the beginning. Actually, I don't think I don't know. I know some of the spoilers, but not all of it. He doesn't look the best. Like I think maybe his mouth should go down, like that. You know what? I'm gonna do that. Make his mouth go down, and then make Aerith's mouth slightly smaller. Live editing again. There we go. That's slightly better. That makes me look slightly better. Yeah, make it smaller. There, that's perfect. 10 out of 10. But I have even less of an opinion on him, but I still think he came out pretty good, especially with the changes I made just now. But to be honest, these might be the memes I delete later on. But Proto Man, I actually have a lot to say about Proto Man. I really like the Mega Man franchise a lot. I played through all the classic Mega Man games, Mega Man 1 through 10, and then Mega Man 11. And I played Mega Man 0, 1 through 0, 4, and I played Mega Man X 1 through X4. So I played a lot of Mega Man games, not all of them. I still need to do that. I bought them all. I haven't beaten all of them, but I still am pretty good. And I like Proto Man a lot. I like this Mii looks actually really good. I really like how he does look like Proto Man here. And I like how cool he is in the games. Yeah, I love how he's Mega Man's brother, and he's pretty cool. Zero, again, I play Mega Man Zero, and then also the Mega Man X games, at least some of them. And I really like Zero. I love the way I love the ending of Mega Man Zero 4, where he dies. Like, it's really cool. I'm really sad. I actually cried because I grew attached to his character a lot. I really like his character. Now, for this Mii, it doesn't look the best. It looks kind of weird. It looks better on the Mii costume for Smash. But as a Mii, like right now, it's not the best. Even though I like Mega Man more than Final Fantasy 7, I may delete some of these ones. But I still like the character, and I think the Mii looks okay. Mega Man X. Now, now again, doesn't look. It looks a little bit more accurate than Zero, but it doesn't look the most accurate without the Mii costume. It looks more accurate there. But I think this one actually does look better than Zero's one. I really like how he looks for the most part. And I like Mega Man X, or X, I guess that's what his name is. His full name is Mega Man X. But I like X. I really like what they did with him in the Zero series. I haven't played through Mega Man 5 through 8 yet, so I don't really know how his character is there. But I like how he is in the X games, the beginning of the X games, and I like how he what they did with him in the Zero series. Almost done, people. Now these are all gonna be Ninjago Mii's. So I won't spend too much time on these Ninjago Mii's because they're all of the same series. But I've talked about Ninjago before. I really love the show. Really love the videos that this YouTuber called Tanner Fissies makes. Go check him out. I mean, he has a lot more subscribers than me, but you know, he's still a good channel. Again, this Master Wu. I really like how this Mii came out. I got a lot of Tanner's Ninjago Mii's. Uh, like I basically copied a lot of them, but like I made some changes to them to make them look like how I would want him. But I like Master Wu a lot. I think he should have died like way earlier in the series because he's still around and kicking. Even though he's like 1,000 years old and should probably be dead by now, but you know. Garmadon, this is old Garmadon, how he looked like in like season 4 and stuff like that. I think he came out pretty good in season 3. I really like how he looks. I initially had a young Garmadon right before, like when he turned evil, but I think this one looks a little bit more better, and I really like how he came out. Lloyd, before he had different eyes, like he had like these eyes right here. Where are they? Like because I copied it off of Tanner's Mii's. Like, go check him out. He makes lots of Ninjago stuff and makes Ninjago Mii's. But he had like these eyes. I didn't really like those eyes, so I just changed it and I changed his expression a bit. And I think he came out pretty good. I like him as a character. Slightly overrated. He has too many seasons, but yeah. Rumi, I really like how this Mii came out. I like how I used the glasses for the like the makeup or whatever she has. Pretty good villain. I don't know how I feel about her being brought back in season or in Crystallized. I don't know how I feel about that. Uh, God, I don't know. In one hand, I'm happy they brought her back, but at the same time, I think she should have stayed dead. And now that she looks like she's gonna be a good guy, I don't know. She should at least be in jail or something. I know, so I'm sorry about that. But this week came out pretty good. Akita, I think she's a better love interest for Lloyd. I really like how this Mii came out. I love how I used the glasses for the fox thing, because he could transform into like a fox or whatever. And I like how I used I used something for the, oh, I used like red marks that she has on the side. I used those, like I basically put the cheekbones there, like so it looks pretty good. And yeah, I like how this Mii came out, and she's the better love interest for Lloyd. Ray is Kai and Nia's dad. I really like how he came out here. Um, not don't know that much about him. He kind of looks like my dad a little bit. I like him, but I like Maya more, who's Kai and Nia's mom. She's more better. Actually has more stuff going on, and I move things around. I really like how this Mii came out. She looks pretty. Pretty for a Lego person, but I think this Mii came out pretty good. Kai, speaking of Kai, here he is. I used the ninjas like current designs for the most part. Like their modern day designs, not their pre-movie designs. I used their current day designs, and I think it came out pretty good. With the eye color, some of the Ninjago characters have eye colors, um, like we'll get to in like a minute. With Pixel, like she has green eyes, and Lloyd he has green eyes, so I gave them green eyes. But like some of the other ones, like Kai or Nia or Maya, I gave them eye colors that I think they would have. Like I think Kai would have like brown eyes. And I think this Mii came out pretty good. I wish Kai had more seasons in the show, because he was the main character for the first season, and then Lloyd came in and like took that away from him, which I don't mind really, but like they should really give him more seasons. Skylar, probably my favorite side character in Ninjago. She's really cool. I like how the Mii came out. I really like her power to copy other powers. Like, I've always, if I was a Ninjago character, I would love her to have her power. It's really cool, and I really like her power a lot. And I like how she gets a decent bit of attention in the show. Nia, I think she came up pretty good. I like how she looks as a me, and I like her as a character. I like what they did with her in Seabound, but I don't really like the way they brought her back so quickly and crystallized. Like they could have waited a little bit longer to do it, um, or not brought her back at all. You know, or at least have consequences. Like she basically, it's like it never happened. What happened? Like it's like she never went through that experience in Seabound at all. But I still like her. Now Jay is an interesting case where I used his current day design, but I couldn't really find a good hair for him, so I used this hair which looks like his pre-movie design, and I think it looks pretty good. This is the only one I believe of the Mii's, of the Ninjago Mii's, where I use like both designs to make them into one. But I think this Mii came out pretty good. I like Jay. He's not. He's he's relatively relatable to me. I really like what they did with him in like Skybound with Nia. That part was really relatable. But I like him. He's not. He's funny, I guess sometimes, but um, yeah, I don't know. He's somewhat relatable. Lily, who's Cole's mom. Uh, I like how she came out. She looks pretty good. Not much to really say about her because we don't know that much about her. But I like her, and I gave her like a word expressive because she's worried about Cole or whatever. But I think this movie looks pretty good. Not much to say really. Cole, I like how Cole came out. He looks really cool. Now, Cole is probably the one that I look like the most in real life. Not exactly with this hair, but like in the show itself, he looks a little bit more like how I look in person. Um, but I kind of relate to Cole, but probably he's still my least relatable one. I relate to all the other ninja way more, but he's still pretty good. I like him as a character. I like what they did with him in season 8, especially making him like young Woo's dad. At season 8 and 9. Yeah, I like it. Zane is the most relatable one to me. I love Zane a lot. Again, he's like so, and especially in the earlier seasons, he's like depicted like basically as having autism, and I really relate to that a lot. I love him as a character. For this design, I tried to make him look like his titanium design. I could have gone with the human design, and that's what I initially had him as, but I decided to make him like his titanium design, and I think he came out pretty good. And I really like how he came out. But Pixel, I think she looks better as like the robot design. I really like how she looks. I really like her and Zane's relationship. Probably the most wholesome relationship in Jago. Yeah, it looks. I like how this Mii came out really good. Really robotic, and I'm really proud of that. And I really like her as a character. And by the way, all of these Ninjago characters basically have the same height to me, so I don't know if I sold everyone's height, but there's only a few exceptions where the height is different, and I'll get to those. But almost everyone has the same height because most Lego people have the same height. So Cyrus Borg is next. Pixel's like creator. I really like how he looks. I was gonna say Steve. I really like how he looks. Not much to say. I like him as a character. I like how he's disabled to get some representation of disability in the show, and I like him. And not much to say really. Bolobo, one of the elemental masters. He's the elemental master of jungle or nature. I mean, I really like how he looks. He looks kind of like a creep, which he sort of is because he barged into Jay when in season 4 when he was like naked. I got Bolobo, but I think he looks pretty good. Jacob, Master of Sound, I think he came up pretty good. This is one of the exceptions where the character is smaller because he does have short legs in the show. So it's one of the few examples where the Ninjago character is smaller. So yeah, but not much to really say about him. He's kind of like Ninjago's Daredevil, talks. She's the master of poison. I don't know, but I think she came up pretty good. She looks like a villain here, but she's actually a good guy. At least I'm 99% sure. But she looks evil because, especially her with her name, talks like toxic. But yeah, I think this Mii looks pretty good. Blazy Eights is somewhat of a, it's a side character. I think she looks pretty good. Uh, I actually really like this design for her. She's not like the most well-known Ninjago character. Like she's really new, only first appearing in season in Prime Empire or whatever. But I really like how she looks there. Postman, who's actually the main villain of Ninjago. No, I'm kidding. But like, I really like how he came out. He's just a postman. But there's theories that he's a bad guy. But I really like how he came out. Really good. I really like him. I really like how he came out. Nearly there. Dareth, one of the worst characters in my opinion from Ninjago. I don't actually mind him that much at the beginning, like in the first few seasons and like later on in the series, but like in the middle of the series he kind of goes like into like a bad character. So he's overall like meh. I don't really care about him. Like especially in Skybound, like where he's like sexist or something to Nia. But I really like how this Mii came out. The only issue I have with this Mii is that I wish he had different hair because he kind of has this hair in the series, but like more smoother. But I don't really like how that looks on me, and like I don't really like how, like I don't know. I think this is the closest one, but I don't really like the hair that I have for him. But I think that's the closest one. So, Camille. Camille's another elemental master, master of form. Now C is actually a bad guy, I'm pretty sure, at least as of Hunted. And I really like how she looks here. Looks pretty evil, and yeah, not much to say. Moro, now he is the younger version of Moro, not the ghost one. He's the kid one, which is why he's smaller. He's the kid version of Moro, and I think it looks pretty good. I really like Moro as a character, one of the best Ninjago villains. And like the only time where, like one of the only times where Master Wu's like one of the villains that came back to bite him in the butt. Like that's the only time, one of the only times where it works, because what the other times, like with Asphira in Secrets of the Forbidden Spinjitzu that season, like it doesn't really work. Like I hate Asphira, but Moro is really good. I like him. Ultraviolet, another villain from Sons of Garmadon. I really like how she looks here. I could have made the other Sons of Garmadon like villains, but I think she looked the best out of all of them. I really like what I did with like the makeup. Like I couldn't replicate the makeup, but I used the cheekbones to like represent how it looks like on the makeup. And one thing I wanted to mention, like before I forget, the Ninjago characters and all Lego people, like they have more like a face like this. This is how Lego people usually look, but that looks really weird. So I just went with like a circle face to make it look somewhat accurate, but also look a little bit nicer. But I like Ultraviolet, crazy psycho. But I don't know, I like her. Nadekan, one of the best Ninjago villains. I really like what he did with in Skybound with Jay and Nia. It is a little bit creepy with what he did with Nia, but it kind of makes sense. Still creepy though. But I really like him as a character. Definitely did the most damage in Ninjago. If it hadn't been reversed, like it would have been like the most damage in Ninjago. At least up to that point. Chen is a really good villain. I really like him. I really like how he came out. I love how he looks so much like a psycho. Like he really does. Like he looks crazy, and I love that. I loved how I used the hair for the snake thing on his head, and I really like how he looks. Now, last but not least is the Overlord Crystal King edition from the Crystallized season. Um, yeah, I really like how he looks. He sort of reminds me of Thanos a little bit, like how big and tall he is. But I really like how he looks here. Um, yeah, he looks really cool, and I really like what I did with him. Now, as you can see, he has no eyes because his eyebrows are actually his eyes. Like, look, or actually, no. Yes. Sorry about that. His eye, eh, his eyebrows are actually his eyes. So, ooh, I really like what I did, and his eyebrows are the spikes, like the of the helmet from Ninjago. So I really like how this Mii came out. I liked how creative I got with it. Like part of it is obviously because I based it off of Tanner Fishy's Mii's, which again, check him out. He's a great YouTuber if you like Ninjago. Especially because I don't cover Ninjago really. I cover games. So if you want more dedicated Ninjago stuff, then go check out his channel. But again, I based it off of his Mii's. Like all of these Mii's, all of the Ninjago Mii's, I based it off of his. But I changed it up, or I made them personally a little bit better. But I really liked how this one came out. And we are finally done, people. My god. That took way too long. Now this one, it says it's like over an hour. I don't know if I'm gonna be. I don't know if I could split it into two videos. I'll try to split it up into two videos so it's a little bit smaller. But if not, then I'll just upload it as one big video. I hope you enjoyed the video. I Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. I Now before I go, I just wanted to let you guys know that I did change the titles for the I changed the titles for the collection videos to update them just up to this year, like the beginning of this year. That's because next year, at least for the Switch collection video, and probably the Mii collection video now, I'll have different games, I'll have different Mii's, so I'll update this like next year. Maybe not for the Wii U and 3DS and DS games and stuff like that, because I don't think I'm gonna get any more DS and 3DS physical games or Wii and Wii U digital games. But if I do, then I'll do an update video next year, next January. So yeah, but that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed. Again, I'll try to split this up into two parts so it's a little bit easier to take in. But if not, then I'll just leave it as one big video. So thanks for watching. Bye.